Welcome and welcome back, everybody. The OK Grognard Network. A couple days late on this one. We're still catching up after the end of the summer hiatus with so much going on. Construction in the building, local neighborhood trees getting felled and taken down after they were broken from the storm over the last couple weeks. In any event, today we're going to look at something affected by storms as well. Andy Cosmo Joe Watkins passed away in mid-July in 2025. His legacy being Studio 66, as well as many other things. Today is Wednesday, August 5th, 2026. 2 days later, let's call it Friday, August 7th. In beautiful Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. And we're going to talk a bit about Andy because the big storms that came through on Gary Gygax's day, the 27th, went through Menasha, up in the Appleton area, and knocked down most of Studio 66, sadly. I know it's a heartbreaking thing. It's been just over a year since Andy passed, and they've been keeping it together up there and keeping his legacy alive with the Arpex, the live dungeon experience, and the role-playing experience, and Studio 66. And even in grave situations. Let's have a quick look over at the GoFundMe that got started. It's managed to raise almost $6,500 so far, but there's a long way to go. There's a lot to do. If anybody can help out with this, it would be fantastic. There's the building that's been knocked down. Just a horrible situation, both Studio 66 and in grave situations were in that building. And that whole downtown area largely destroyed. I'll link to that GoFundMe, and I'll also link to a news story. Menasha business owners vow to rebuild after EF3 tornado destroys their building. Came through. Dennis and Dave Caudette, Dennis Fagg, Dave Caudette, each tied to those two businesses, lost a decade of work in minutes when an EF3 tornado tore through Menasha. Both say they plan to rise from the ashes. You can watch that story. I'll link to that. Story was posted a couple days after. There's some heartbreaking images in there, so I warn you, it's not an easy watch. I'll tell you that, as you can see, just knocked right down. And much else in the neighborhood had been destroyed because of it, in grave situations, knocked down as well. There's some of the painting that Andy used to do. Andy, of course, known by his friends and people that loved him as Cosmo Joe, passed away July 14th, 2025. The Wisconsin, born and raised, and I'll put a link to this obituary, which has been up since last year, of course. I'll link to the website for Studio 66. You can look over all of the things they do there, but of course, Andy really jumped into art. When he was 27, he quit his job to pursue his dream of creating art. And he did these amazing, amazing science fiction paintings just so quickly and on the fly. It would just really impress people. And one of the sad results of this is that Appleton's Phoenix Con 5, which has been going for 4 previous years, was a follow-up to the lockdown, to the situation with COVID. Andy and the good people at Chimera Games put this together and had it up and running. But of course, that live role-playing experience, Arpex, is going to be somewhat limited probably this year because of the devastation at the studio. But they are doing everything they can to keep up their end of making Phoenix Con 5 happen. And if you're going up to that, that's absolutely wonderful. Please do continue to go. It's coming up. It's just around the corner. 2 weeks from yesterday, 1 week from yesterday, August 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. I'm sure there's availability of tickets if you can still go and help the vendors there and the artists and the authors and participate in the role-playing games that'll be scheduled. And we have a paint and take, arcades, mini golf. They've got a buffer room with expert combatants. And of course, there's open gaming around the clock. At a convention like this, there'll be overnight gaming and all sorts of events. It'll be a little over a year since Andy passed, so there'll be some amount of mourning, being the anniversary of his passing, and made even more so sad because of the tornado that just went through. I personally met Andy, and honestly, I only knew him as Cosmo Joe. And for the first few years that I knew him, there's a picture of him that I took at an early Gary Con in 2015. So 11 years ago, 4 years prior to COVID, I guess. And he was definitely a great guy to know and a fun guy to know. Back then he was doing these wonderful tables, and along with his art, and he did a great job. There's the logo for Phoenix Con 5. Again, please do get up there if you have a chance. If you're in the area, stop on by. They can use all the support they can get. And check the links down below for the website. Look over some of their wares. Maybe swing by the convention. If you're going to purchase anything, I'd suggest you just understand that with the convention coming up next weekend, they're going to be incredibly pressed for time and busy getting things together. So I wouldn't expect them to ship anything until after the convention. But if you can get to the convention, I'm sure they'll have plenty of their wares there. So be sure and check that out as well. Hopefully they'll be able to rebuild the studio and get Studio 66 as well as Engraved Situations back up and running for Dennis and Dave to continue with Andy's legacy and keep it going for many, many years to come. It's about all I can say on the subject. Thank everybody for checking out this video. Thank you to all of the supporters. It's very much appreciated. I hope you all can help out if you can. And, even if you can't personally donate to the GoFundMe, if you can share the link and spread the word, that would be a very big deal. This has been a look at Andy Cosmo Joe Watkins' legacy a year after his passing with the tornadoes that hit Studio 66. Don't forget, on the OK Grognard network, shows are recorded on Twitch most Sundays, Wednesdays, Fridays, then uploaded to YouTube for convenient streaming. Share those links too. It'd be very much appreciated. Like and subscribe and follow and all of those things, and comment if you get a chance. I'd like to thank all who watch and support my efforts. Please do back the channel, even at the free level on the patreon.com. I've got that link down there too. This is a new card because we've got several new people that have joined the ranks of my supporters, and it's greatly appreciated. Thank you all very, very much. It's been the OK Grognard Network, OS Watch, talking about Andy Cosmo Joe Watkins. Thanks for anything you can do to help him out. Help them out, Dave, and everybody working at the studio, because there's a whole crew there. Take care. Bye-bye.